you know, your creative being. You get to decide how you want to play it. Right, so back to the topic of my experience recently. So home is where the heart is what I want to talk about. And I want to give some practical advice on people that may be suffering with anxiety, depression, just not feeling it, heart arrhythmias. There's going to be quite a few of those, particularly men. So June is going to be a real energy where there's a lot of masculine energy coming in. So the yin energy. So again, the yin energy is yin and yang. If they're a little bit unbalanced, so you have this meridian, which is an energy line, which goes all the way at the front of the body and all the way down the back of the body. When you test the body, this one is going to be out if your masculine and feminine levels are a little bit skew. So June, so masculine energy is going to be the wind under your wings. If you've got a passion project that you want to begin, it's really going to come in and lift you up and light a fire under your ass to kind of like, right, I've got to do lists, I've got to do this, I've got to, right, planning action. So taking a lot of action. So action is absolutely beautiful. But if there's an imbalance and too much action, then you get overwhelmed, burnout, no energy. So the feminine energy is here to balance it. So the feminine energy is about nurture. How can I nurture self? How can I love myself more? So if you are suffering with any of these symptoms, this will help you. So again, you know, kind of like I hold these experiences in order, so I'm not exempt, you know, I'm not somebody on a pedestal that is, you know, just knows about these things and can kind of like skate past it. That's not how this works. I have to experience it in order so I can share it with you guys. Sorry about the term of guys. I think it's just a Yorkshire thing. But you know I love you, regardless of whatever gender. You're all one anyway. You're all one energy. It's just a Yorkshire colloquialism. That's hard to say. So, back to the heart space. If you're feeling overwhelmed and any of the above, or even just, you've getting an illness. Cold and flu are amazing. So you've got a congestion of emotions and the cold and flu is helping you alleviate the congestion. If you have got congestion in your emotions as well, you're not going to be in abundant state because you're actually holding on to emotions. So you're going to be in a lack energy because when you're in lack energy, you'll hold on to stuff. So how can I place myself in an abundant energy again so I can release stuff, let stuff go? Creation. So how you create is your choice, but we need energy to create. So creation is just going out in life and doing. But we need the energy to do that. So this is just about being. So when I say just being, which is the whole name of my channel, this is coming home to the heart space. So important. We've learned not to do this. So as young children, you know, you may have been sat in a classroom and you felt overwhelmed. So you'll have naturally, the body and mind will have taken you into a daydream state. But then something will have brought you back, probably a teacher saying, get four legs on the floor, thank you. And come out of that daydream. Come on, get back to work. So you know, there are so many programs subconsciously where it's kind of like, oh, I can't daydream. It's wrong. It's wrong for me to daydream and just be still. It's laziness. You know, we'll have been told that as well. So if, as a kid, if you just want to sit there and just, you know, you'll have said, right, you know, come on, go tidy your room, stop being lazy and born idle, come on, go do that. As a kid, we did this naturally. The magical child, we just went off into that space of nothingness. How good did it feel? And this is the high heart bliss state feel. So just being is not doing nothing. It's not being lazy. There's no need to feel guilty about it. If you are feeling guilty about it, you'll start to feel achy sitting still, which is crazy because you're not doing anything. So basically you've got a subconscious program that is telling you that you are feeling guilty about doing nothing. Wherever there's guilt and shame, there's always anger towards self as well. Wherever there's anger, you'll start to produce gallstones, so you'll feel it kind of just under the right hand side rib cage as well. So what will happen is your liver is the seat of anger, and it will stop cleaning toxins from the blood. You'll start to feel just a little bit toxic, a little bit overwhelmed, and you'll start to get those muscles so overwhelmed, acidic. You'll start to feel muscle, bone aches and pains. You're programming that, by the way. So a little bit of self-mastery, reprogram the mind. So how we reprogram the mind, so to convert it from the guilty laziness, we then come into the understanding and the realization that doing nothing, just being, is accessing the energy that is not anything external. It's actually within us all the time. We're just recalling it, we're just re-energizing it. So we don't actually have to plug into anything. We can just accept the energy to rise up within us. So what happens on a physiological level is your mitochondria starts to come back into balance. Your mitochondria is the energy part of your cell. So what will happen is when this starts to wake up, you'll start to let go of any cells that are dead or damaged. And this could be from heavy metals, toxins, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It all comes from you and your self-mastery anyway. So recharging the cells, so all the old cells you'll let go of, and you'll just have new cellular regeneration. So this is regenerating organs, glands, circulatory system, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, everything your physicality needs to support itself is rejuvenated within this practice. People who are wanting rejuvenation, wrinkles, saggy boobs, whatever it is that you've got going on, kind of like honour it, accept it, whatever. But just sitting there as well is going to recharge and rejuvenate all those beautiful cells. As within is without. So what if you are cleansed on the inside and purified on the inside, then that purification will come out on the inside. And regardless of diet as well. So, that doesn't mean to say that if you solely ate a processed food diet every single day, that's going to have some effects. But it means that if you are doing these regeneration practices, it means that, you don't have to be particularly rigid in diet. You can have fun, enjoy the taste of life. So, coming back to the heart space. So you can do this anywhere, whether you're at work, whether you're waiting for a train, waiting for a bus, whatever it is. Even if you've got young children, I know, which is really, really hard. So as long as they're in a space that you know that they are going to be safe in, and this is kind of like a practice that you don't go as deep, that you can still kind of like, and you're a woman, you've got the sixth sense of if your kids are up to anything, that they shouldn't be, and because they normally go quiet. So even if you've got young children, you can still do this practice. If you're at work, guys, beautiful, beautiful men, again, you may be feeling this in the heart space or the overwhelm at the moment, because it's a call to nurture. Even if you need to take some mental health days off as well, there is no stigma attached to any of that right now. That the law is here to help you with, regain that as well. So where there's been kind of like programs put in place, as human beings, we are changing it to aid one another into holding this practice. So sit or lay down, doesn't really matter. Find the breath. So literally, when I say find the breath, it's just concentrate on breathing in, breathing out. We can all do that. That's, so none of us can say, oh, I find that impossible. I find that really difficult. Breathing. You'd be dead if you did. So we can all do it. So it's finding that breath, emptying the mind. So it's the mind where all the toxicities are coming from. So mind always pre-exists matter. So empty the mind. If you're thinking, gosh, you know, these thoughts are coming in and I just can't empty it, don't forget this is a practice. It's not a destination. You'll find some days are better than others. People that may have been doing this for years will still have days where their mind is just monkey mind and cluttered. So it's learning how to focus it. If you're struggling with thoughts and everything going in and out, then hold a picture in your mind. Your imagination and your consciousness is your superpower. So your imagination, imagine the mind and there's just space within it. Imagine the heart and connecting the mind and the heart, and there's just space within it. There's just space within both. If you want to go all the way around the body and imagine space in it because you're struggling to keep the mind focused, then you can do that as well. So this is just literally taking 5 minutes to whatever minutes out of your day, however many you need, at whatever time in your day. Try and find a same time every day to make it as a ritual, as a routine, because the only thing about rituals is it strengthens energy. So try and find a space and time that is the same every day if you can. If you can't, then just showing up how you're showing up is absolutely amazing. So this practice, I'm just sharing with you. You could try it for 7 days, even if you're not feeling overwhelmed. See how you get on. Give me feedback. That's absolutely brilliant. If you're feeling that you are overwhelmed and you're suffering from any of the conditions that I've mentioned, again, just try it. Get in touch. Let me know how you've got on with it. Always good to communicate, because sometimes it's kind of like you do these videos and it would be nice for somebody to actually get back to you and say, oh yeah, just to give some feedback. Would be amazing. Connection is so important. Connectivity to self and connectivity to others. Celebrate your humanness, however it is that you are turning up. If you are like me this morning, I felt like I was starting to get a cold because I was feeling overwhelmed. And again, when you're in the emotional overwhelmed state, you're in lack, you are not going to manifest abundance. So go back to these practices, have a good clear out, purification, come back to the heart space, feel abundant again with love and energy, back into the abundant manifestation state. Send out those wish for miracles and you will get absolutely more than your imagination could have imagined back. But wherever you're at, you know, that's part of the creation. Whether you're in lack, whether you're in abundance, whatever it is, whether your mind is an absolute mess or whether you just purified it, it's all creation. It's all part of life and it's all part of being human. Also, just one note, if we are being sold that any technology can replace being human, bullshit. Just to say that, watch out for that as well. I will leave all of this energy with you, this abundant energy that I've called in and I'm sharing with you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share it to anyone that has got these symptoms, because it could really just get to the right person who may just need it at that divine time. So I will love and leave you. Take care, everyone. Lots of love. Congratulations for being human, however it is that you're turning up. Love you lots. Bye.